You just play old games, they say. Why don't you play some new games? Well, we do, don't we? I could give you a pretty lengthy rant on Watch Dogs Legion and Hitman 3, both being less stable than the game I played between them. And the game I played between them was Cyberpunk 2077. Besides, they've missed another important point. Just because they don't see new Sega Master System games in their local branch of game, doesn't mean they don't exist. There's talented coders releasing new stuff for many machines, and equally talented publishers running off sufficient patches of them to sell to the rest of us. Hell, last month I bought a Spectrum game. Quantum Sheet's excellent Last Train to Trans Central, which was reviewed very favourably in Crash magazine, which is also back after the best part of 30 years. It's one thing though to run off a few copies of an easily obtainable media like tapes or discs. But we're here to talk about a publisher called 2Minds, who are one of the few who have taken on the much more arduous task of producing new games on cartridge. And, for a price basically comparable to a full-price Master System game back in the day, they've so far released 4 brand new Sega Master System games, compatible with your old consoles, or even most new clone machines. So one Friday night I called chum of the channel Bloggo to show them off. He's played none of them before. For full disclosure, for this entire call, he's using a Mega Drive with a Master System converter, and I'm using Analog's Mega SG likewise. First up, Heroes Against Demons, and I had Bloggo try and guess from the intro what kind of game this is.
So what manner of genre of game are we talking about here?
I have absolutely no idea. Is it some sort of platformy RPG thing, judging by that king and the knights and the thing? I don't know. Stuck in his palace, Osric, the great king of Alamor, thought all hope was lost. Well, yeah, that's definitely RPG, and we've got some powerful protectors of the forces of evil, vowing once again to repel these creatures. Yeah, it's going to be some sort of action RPG, surely?
All right. What if I told you it's a genre that's incredibly more popular now than it was when the Master System was king?
Is it a Minecraft clone?
Ooh, no, much more cynical and generally freemium-y.
Oh, God, I really don't want to say.
No, what we have here, Bloggo, is a Match 3 game.
Oh, right, okay, right.
With a story you might suggest is a little bit over-egging it for make shapes, same shapes.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so most of these games you can usually just rotate in one direction, but you've got a button here to rotate horizontally or vertically. Okay.
Yeah. Which means
one
it's
of
one
those
button
ones-
to swap, which is quite nice, but
Yeah, and it's one of those ones that will only swap if there's a link involved. So I can't move pieces unless it's going to make a link for me.
and I think there are specials in the manual I haven't read that suggest
Okay.
that, you know, the different things that swapping these things are doing. I mean, there's an inherent problem with Match 3 on a pad, really.
Yeah, it's definitely nowadays, like you say, it's more touchscreeny, isn't it? Or mousy, definitely not paddy.
Oops. See, your symbols at the top are different, and I'm wondering if we're supposed to be doing something.
Yeah, mine's just changed.
Oh, yeah.
And again.
Oh, well, I wonder if that's next pieces or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe if I. Because I'm going to use this next one in line is a gold coin, but I can't see any way of moving a gold coin into position to
Or
make
maybe
it.
it just wants sets of them. Can I do a set of swords? I cannot. So let's do something else. All right, set of potions.
Nice,
Let's see if...
It's very nice and jolly, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, and we should probably be slightly nice because this one is by Ichigo, who I believe is the guy who owns the publisher.
Oh, man.
So, of all the 4 games we're going to look at today, perhaps we should probably be nice to this.
We'll be nice to his game.
Especially as I intend to buy at least one of the ones we're going to look at. And I don't know what the equivalent of spitting in someone's restaurant food is with games, possibly sending you a copy of Rise of the Robots, but I don't want it to happen to mine.
All bloody James Bond.
I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this, although I'm not quite sure what the goal is, although I'm getting a progress bar, so maybe something's happening.
Yeah.
But of all the ones I'm not sure I can envisage spending real game money for a physical copy of, I'm not sure I need a physical copy of every mobile game since 2016.
No, this is also very, very true.
Oh.
Okay, every time I do a hit, it's doing like a slash animation across the goblin, who I presume is my opponent. Who have I cut? No, the goblin's crushed me. I'm dead.
Oh yeah, he has hit points. Oh, I wonder if. Oh, apparently you've managed to lose it. Well done.
Yeah, I'm that good.
I didn't think that was possible. I'm going to keep going just for a bit because I'm faintly interested
I think
in the fact that I seem to be
time-based, because if I'm
Ah.
talking about not doing anything, the goblin's attacking me relentlessly.
Ah.
So I think that's the thing there. Is I'm being.
It's not
I'm
looking
still being-
healthy. So this should give me health, right? Yes, it does. So the hearts give me health.
Oh, okay. And the swords are going to attack.
Let's hope. Let's have a look.
The bombs are going to attack. Oh, okay. And the money, I don't know what the coin's going to do.
And I've done a winnings.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I wonder if these are if there's. Well, no, there aren't any buttons left. I was about to say. I wonder if. Oh, you. Right. I was about to say if you could use them to bring another button to bring them into play, but there isn't one. So.
Yeah, we have no buttons left.
Oh, right, there you go. Magic, attack, booster, and the heart I just accidentally bought because I fat-fingered the key. So, okay, I'll buy a couple of things and move on a bit. I should say, though, like every game, the digital copies are all available free. If you go to 2Minds site, they'll link you, usually to Sega Retro or SMS Retro, and you can just download a ROM. There's one slight exception we'll get to, but this you can literally just download a .sms to play in your emulator, or like we're both doing on EverDrives. Or at least, legally distinct from EverDrives. Well, I guess that's the point. Despite everything I'm saying, match 3s are always somewhat addictive.
They are, aren't they? Yes. There's always have one more go factor with them.
Okay, so boosters always clear the row. That's the point of them, which presumably means you're getting credit for whatever it's clearing.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
This also feels like a really good point to point out. If you buy the physical copies of these, they come with a lovely physical manual that would have told you all these things I didn't read.
Yeah.
Have you seen my guy? He's a bit shady.
Oh, blimey, he is, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I just happened to be looking at them, and there's actually an animation for him getting shot.
Getting swiped.
Yes, I guess swiped is. I think that's magic. That does a hitting. That does a give me money. That does some kind of defense power up, and then everything explodes.
Ooh, loads of explosions there.
Oh wait, let's try something here because that. Oh, I say. So if you match a 3 that crosses with a 3, you don't get any extra credit for it. Good to know.
Right.
Okay, I can see the sort of tactics this. And I guess you said RPG. You, in a way, weren't far wrong.
Yeah, it's got that sort of RPG trappings to it to a point.
Just with an extremely weird battle system. In your face. Because that's the only part of you that's visible.
Might be able to be in his shoulders or something. But I don't know how that works.
I mean, have you ever heard anyone attack and say, in your shoulder?
I don't know, but I'm going to start using that now.
I guess the nearest example I can think of is in ancient Greek times, you might yell, in your heel. Classical reference.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay, victory!
In what's left of your eye socket.
Secondly, Barraburo, a game by Kage-san, whose inspiration I think will become very obvious.
No, I was going to say, that looks very bubbly wobbly.
Might be a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean, I'm surprised no one sued. All right, let's have a go.
Okay. The story of a fantastic journey.
I mean, listen to that music.
Yes. Yeah, this is Bubble Bobble, isn't it? But without the bubbles or the bobbles.
No, I wonder... Oops, that was dumb. You can hit them into each other, by the way.
Yes, I noticed that, yep.
But actually, I mean, we're taking the piss as to what it's a clone of, but it's a damn good clone of it.
It is, isn't it? It is.
Ooh. No, go away! Weird clam
thing.
So, I want to get through a few levels, and you're getting there, because this does get a little bit clever in a way I haven't necessarily seen Bubble Bobble do.
Okay.
In that you can't easily... this one will be a good example that you've just started. Those two that are hidden are actually quite tricky to get.
Yes.
Safely. And so there's actually sort of a puzzle element to the whole endeavour.
How am I going to get them hits?
You can hit through walls,
Oh, okay.
but you have to get it right.
Yeah, okay, there, I did that. Now, does it have one of those things where you take too long and they send a... Yes, they do. Make haste, it says.
I've made game over. I mean, what we've established so far is the match 3 game, if we do a challenge, is my pick and this is yours.
Water! Oh, shit,
Yeah.
the water! Oh, God, the thing's staying in the water and I can't get at it.
Yeah, if you can find somewhere to stand. Because I think as long as you're not completely submerged. But it is tricky. Yeah, I think your best bet might be just to stand there and wait for him to come to you.
Unless he does that. Ah. Brilliant. Yeah, this is... What's that say? Clack?
I don't know.
Does it say, try to say clam chowder or something?
That
It is, isn't it? It's clam chowder.
would make some sense, actually. I was about to say, I don't know. The publisher is French. I don't know who what nationality the author of this is. And I've actually forgotten his name, which is unfortunate, so I shall pretend I knew and pop up a caption. But it's the same author as our final game when we get there, so that would account, when you get there you'll understand, for why this is actually technically really good. I mean, you could reskin this into an official bubble game and it'd be the equal of the one they actually released on SMS.
Yeah.
Those two are tricky, because it being a bubble game, you have to hit them and burst them.
Yes.
And if they're hiding, as they are in yours, in those little things, you've got to hit them from a place where you can get round
Yeah.
and smack them in the chops. Oh, for God's sake. I'm sure I did better at this before.
Nice. Oh, crap. Are the buttons the wrong way around? Is it just me being daft?
Pass. But again, we're in the situation where, if anyone doesn't know, I'm using an analog SG, Bloggo's using a Mega Drive. The thing about the analog SG is if you use a Mega Drive pad, both A and C on the Mega Drive pad become button 1 on the Mars system. So if something's the wrong way round, you simply just move your hands and play it as normal.
Yeah, and I'm using a Mars system pad for ultimate authenticity as well.
I assume you restarted, otherwise the levels got a lot simpler when I wasn't looking.
Yes, I did. Oh, again, I pressed the wrong.
Let's see if you can get a little bit further this time then. I mean, so much of these mechanics, right? That if they wake up, they get angry.
Yes, it is.
The time limit, the scrolling between stages, to a degree, that music.
Yes, very much so. Only thing which I'm going to say, and this is a very minor gripe. It's not too bad by looks of things. Oh, is it? No,
it does have two.
Oh, sorry, there's two school things on the side, isn't
I
it?
would have to look.
Okay. Well, I pressed start on the second pad.
Is that a second player that wasn't in the intro before?
Yay!
Yes! That is a very neat touch. I don't know if you spotted that. That blue second player was in your intro. Which they're not if you start one player.
You play single players, yes. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Okay,
Well,
that is a tiny thing and I love it.
That is really good. This is a really, really cute injury thing as well. I have to defend my... Oh, crap.
Well, the characters in Barraburo, they were Bub and Bob, right?
Yeah. So we got Barrow and Burrow.
Yeah, I wonder if I look up a different language, if that's going to be suspiciously similar.
I wonder. That would be, yeah.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh, yes. I took out everybody on the screen with one hit.
Always satisfying. Okay, you have to sort of jump from the bottom one into alpha. There we go, you jump from the lower one, which means you have to then run round. Oh! Okay. So you have to jump through the wall there, people, and then you have to jump to the second one, because if you jump too high, you'll go off the end.
Well, I managed to come in for that one. I managed to come in on that side and then jump from where you stabbed it.
Okay.
I'm dead again. I wasn't paying attention. Too busy watching.
It's possible you were lucky. It's possible I'm overthinking this. Doesn't sound likely, does it? I was trying to be clever.
That one by jumping from the bottom, hitting the first one, and then jumping again to knock the dazed one into all the others in one go. That's to do it really, really quickly.
Well, since we've died together, very sweet.
Yes.
Bit Romeo and Juliet, but never mind. Should we move on again?
Yeah, that's. I'm really impressed with that.
I do like that.
Very,
that's what I'm very tempted to buy.
Excellent stuff.
Thirdly, Voyage, a Sorceress Vacation, a platformer by Snags built upon the Alex Kidd in Miracle World engine.
And if people are paying attention, the clue's in the intro for this one, powered by KidEd, which is a program you can use to edit the ROM of Alex Kidd in Miracle World.
Aha!
So somewhere under this platform game is Alex Kidd in Miracle World, but you'll spot bits, but they've done a hell of a job of making it a conversion. This is the one that some people watching might know as well, because it was covered quite comprehensively by Mr. Respawn a while ago.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good
old Craig.
Indeed, I shall link that one in the description because it's worth seeing. Craig from Retro Respawn, who I'm sure you all know. If you don't, please go make his acquaintance.
Yes.
So
we sent you. Thank you for listening.
You can see bits of Miracle World in this, but you could probably see bits of quite a lot of games in this.
Yes.
The basic physics are somewhat familiar.
Yeah. Or you can duck, that's handy.
Yeah.
Little Sprite is really, really sweet as well. I like that.
I forgot to jump, and I'll claim that's in an effort to demonstrate the death animation is slightly close as well.
I'll got a crazy rabid monkey chucking walnuts at me.
Ah, yes, I've just reached this point.
Walnut.
And then I powed him, and then hit a biscuit. Those are totally biscuits.
They are, aren't they? Yeah. Probably ginger nuts or something. I'm not a big fan of ginger nuts, so that's probably... Oh, shit, those are spikes, damn it.
Are you a big fan of spikes?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of spikes. I would prefer ginger nuts to spikes.
Ah! Go away, monkey.
Oh, you met our walnut throwing friend. Oh, he is again.
We are still on the same screen. We're remarkably well.
Gotcha, you little turd.
So, red crocodile dude.
I think it's a scorpion. It's a
Don't
very
scorpion
flat
spells normally
scorpion.
stick up?
You think?
I mean, maybe he's just not happy to see me.
Maybe he needs some, I don't know, some medication or something to make it, I don't know, stick up.
This is the level of humour we are working on tonight.
You did invite me on after all.
I did. And worse, I invited you on what is genuinely a Friday night, if not obviously the Friday night this goes up. I mean...
There we go again, this goes up. Just stuff bites itself.
The lesson here is never invite Weekend Bloggo to do anything.
No, very true.
This is a bit start of Alex Kidd.
Yes, I like this. This is nice. I'm not super familiar with the Alex Kidd games, I must say. So some of this is I wouldn't recognise it as an Alex Kidd.
That's fair. I mean, people who do know Miracle World well are looking at this scrolling and stuff and going, "Oh yeah," but I don't think you can penalise it in any fashion for that, because it's enough. I mean, it's an engine in the same way as the Unreal Engine powers everything.
Yeah.
And Miracle World slightly gets a bad rap because it's aged a bit badly, unsurprisingly being a game in a genre that everyone did.
Yeah.
But for 1986, 85, 86, its actual platform physics were beyond just about everyone. I mean, it's barely newer than the likes of Manic Miner, Jet Set Willy.
Yeah.
And it's so much better a platformer than those. I mean, feel free to judge whether it's a better game, but the actual platforming is better.
Yeah, with platform games, especially of the home micro era, the jump was very much a single arc. You had no control over how.
And I'm clumsily trying to demonstrate I do have a measure of moving about in the air going on here.
Yeah, you do. You've got that sort of, and it doesn't feel too bad.
No, go away! Ah!
I'm not a massive fan of platform
platypus.
games. Oh, the flying platypus. Oh, you're pretty much. Oh, you're dead.
No, we were literally the same place. It's just he killed me and not you.
A bit flying platypus. I'm not finding the inertia annoying. I know with some platformers, primarily the ones involving a fat Italian plumber, I get annoyed with the inertia in them. And this one is not annoying me.
I guess if we judge all of these on would they have survived as a commercial release on the machine, you probably wouldn't say that Match 3 thing would, really. I don't think it'd be...
I don't know, because if we take it into context of when it was released, or when the machine was relevant, there wasn't anything like that. And you would have had your mum or your sister or, the kind of people who would play Match 3 games nowadays, probably stealing Master System to play that. I know my mum probably would have done, and she still is clearly addicted to Tetris.
I'm sorry, you did throw me slightly with a benign your mum reference, but I see your
no, that was a legitimate one as well, and that actually did mean
But maybe you're right. I mean, the contrast I was going to make is the last two, and especially this, absolutely would have been. If you hadn't told anyone this was based on Alex Kidd and then released this in 1990 on the machine, I think it'd have been pretty big. You'd probably have to get in before Sonic, but...
Well, yeah.
Of the four we're looking at, this is the only one not actually released. Because of manufacturing, if you order any of them now, you'll probably get them all four at the same time anyway.
Yeah. I'm in a shop. I'm not sure how to use it. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a big bloke on a bridge. There's a hot air balloon on the other end of this godforsaken island, you say. Yeah, good luck finding this place. I'll wait for the rescue team. Okay, fat dude, thank you. That's nice little... I'd imagine... Oh, swimming bit.
Yeah, mine just picked that as the demo, and I was about to comment on that, but yeah, we can watch you do it instead. Again, something you sort of get free by using Alex Kidd, I guess.
Not too inertia-y. Oh, it's a bloody...
Because everyone loves swimming levels, right?
Yeah. That was the ugliest fish I've ever seen. It's not a fish, it's a swimming turd with teeth.
while watching you play and I'm not, I can point out this is the one that technically isn't a free download, because on Sega Retro they did not want to distribute what is effectively Sega IP in the case of Alex Kidd.
Yeah,
So what they give you is a patch file, which if you've got Windows, it's a download a program, give it a copy of Alex Kidd, give it the file, done, job.
Yeah.
You can't directly download this in its entirety free. So yes, this though.
Interesting. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's a really great little platformer, and please ignore technically where it comes from.
Lastly, Kage-san returns with Flight of Pigarus, a vertically scrolling shooter with the best alternative box art I have seen in ages.
Oh, okay. So instantly, the fact it says they're 2-minute game and 5-minute game says to me caravan mode. Now, I don't know if you know what a caravan mode is.
You're going to have to explain that one.
Okay, so a caravan mode is a time attack for shooting games. Mostly less games have a caravan mode, so does Star Soldier games, and it's essentially a competition thing where you can you're supposed to get a high score as you can within the 2 minutes or 5 minutes, but the level remains the same as far as I know. It's quite a popular thing in Japan, so I'm guessing this is a shooter.
You are entirely correct on all counts you just mentioned. And now I've got the name on the screen, I can say it. Kage-san is also the guy who wrote the Bubble Bobble clone.
Oh, lovely. Oh, okay. And this is a caravan shooter. It looks and plays like Star Soldier or the earlier LS games or Zanak or up to an amount of this kind of upward scrolling shooter-like game. And do you know what? This looks like a PC Engine game.
Yeah. I mean, this is
really
my first thought
smooth.
about this game is how the hell is this running on a Master System? And we know it's running on a Master System because both of us are running it on hardware identical Master Systems.
Yes, yes.
Are slightly cheating.
And I've already died. Blimey.
Oh, excellent. I've outlived you in a shooter game. But the thing that strikes me about this is Master System games with a lot of sprites have a tendency to pretty massive flicker. Even the excellent conversion of R-Type suffers from it a little bit. And this really just kind of doesn't.
Power Strike games, don't they? But yeah, this is very impressive. The only thing which I could, again, it's a minor niggle, is the fact it is a caravan game, which means there's only going to be a very short amount of gameplay here because you're only going to be playing for 2 or 5 minutes.
I mean, that's not a danger for me, he says, dying with 37 seconds left of a 2-minute game, but...
Oh shit, Jesus. And it's getting pretty intense pretty quickly. Because that's nothing with a caravan game. You're going for maximum score while you're playing it. And as a result, you're going to be taking risks to get as much score as you can. Which will, if you're playing to complete a game rather than just for a score attack, you're going to be dying quicker because you're not just relaxing and taking in, you're trying to kill absolutely everything on the screen.
I mean, I'll take surviving for 2 minutes first. I take your general point. I do realise that therefore I have played a caravan mode, and that's, of all things, Geometry Wars 2.
Oh, right.
First method mode on that is called Deadline and is a 3-minute game. And effectively, that's obviously where they got the idea from.
Yeah.
Really new. No, go away.
I've got a boss, and it's a big cow head.
Oh yeah, I've got to him before. That's about as far as you get in a 2-minute game, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we discussed my problems with shooters before, namely that being a racing game guy, I assume that anything I've passed disappears, and then it shoots me in the arse.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Very impressive. Like I say, it carries its its influences on its sleeve from Star Soldier, Star Force, and the Yesterzine games very much on its sleeve. It's there we go, boss again.
I mean, this kind of caravan thing sort of suits me because I tend to die hilariously early in shooters. Although I've been mainlining Power Strike recently, not Power Stone, and I'm actually getting okay at it.
Yes,
Don't go challenging me to it anytime soon.
No, no. What you might want to try is when we cover the Peace Engine Mini, should you get yours fixed, is the caravan modes for these couple of the vertical scrollers in that as well.
Excellent. No, go away. We are both at the cow. Who is a cow?
We are double cows.
I'm not. I mean, if nothing else, this Switch is a stark illustration of why you're the shoot 'em up expert. I'm actually interested to see if you can get through 5 minutes.
I've got another 2.5 minutes of cow to go. Oh, no, it's blown up.
Like me in a McDonald's, you have another 2.5 minutes of cow to go. This is a function of caravan modes, is that it's getting pretty busy for this early in a traditional shooter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although, again, that with that powered up craft and the amount of stuff coming in, how the hell is a Master System doing this?
I know, it's really, really impressive. They could do a super good Aleste game on the Master System. And this is pretty well. It's pretty much almost maybe if they do a I don't know, so a follow up to this or an upgraded version, they can have a larger selection of levels.
The pig is certainly something that Parodius would probably throw at you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, in fact, one of the later games has a pair of pigs as characters.
There we go.
I don't remember which one it is. But,
that sounds like a setup, but I think we all know I didn't know that. 34 seconds. Come on. We've got a finale to the episode to make. The only flicker we are getting is the score, and that's entirely understandable.
I hadn't actually noticed that.
It does a bit. I mean, don't go looking at it, but...
I think it's only because the explosions are happening underneath it.
It's a bit equivalent to the Spectrum's colour clash going on.
There we go.
Yeah.
Time out. Oh, there's another boss.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to reach that, because...
Yeah, because it's a time limit, and it's not as if you're controlling how fast you're going, is it? So...
I do like that your pig looks only as happy as my pig.
Yes, they're both equally contented.
Yeah, I'm just totally going to buy, because it's just the thing to show off a Master System.
It is. That is super impressive.
Plus,
really,
I've at least got a chance of finishing that 2-minute mode. That's the one that's slightly more expensive on the site, and I think because it's a full-size, full 4 megabit cart, whereas the others aren't. But yeah, they all come with, lovely manuals, proper boxes, proper covers, a couple of extras generally. But yeah, I mean, all 4 of those are absolutely worth playing. The Match 3 Heroes slightly suffers from the way the world went, and the fact that you'd be buying a physical one. I would absolutely still suggest everyone gets the free digital of that, though, because it's very well put together.
Definitely.
The other 3, if you like the looks of them, they're purchases. They could all have been commercial games in the life of the machine and been very impressive. Yeah,
by all means. They're all very, very nicely programmed.
In the meantime, though, thank you for looking at these, Bloggo.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
All 4 of these games are available from 2Minds.fr for between €45 and €50 in a box with a manual.